whatever's comfortable for you. It doesn't matter where your head, hands, feet are. I want the person on top to, just gonna push you down here, and you're not gonna accept this, okay? So that's where we're gonna warm up. You're gonna be here, you're gonna push me down, okay? And do whatever you can to stay up. Naturally, your hand might come down, both your hands might lean forward. You don't want to scoot back. Doesn't matter what, okay? You're gonna push, really trying to get me out to my back, start to roll. And now you're behind, all right? So this is our partner, warm up with that. You just want to push you. This is probably one of the easiest ones to stay up, right? Keep your hand down, lean into him. If you have a really strong core, he pushes me, this one's okay. But if he continuously applies pressure, eventually I'm gonna go down, okay? So what we're gonna do is you want to keep one hand on the mat, okay? I gotta make sure that my feet, my knees, hands, head, all this stays along the same line. Okay? As a passer, he's gonna be looking to attack whichever one's forward the most. If my foot is forward than the rest, he has access to that. Okay. My hands are forward the most, he has access to those, and he can snap me down, push me back. If my head is forward, you can grab that. Okay. So, it doesn't matter which side. Okay. Just pay attention that we're leaning it a bit forward. So my head, make sure, is in front of my hips, head, knees, feet, all around the same line. So if he goes to attack one, he has to deal with all of them. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is, same thing, person on top, 50%. All they're trying to do is he's just trying to push me as hard as he can on the shoulders, go ahead, to get here. You're trying to immediately prevent that and get to your guard, okay? Here. Once you have whatever it is you guard you want, now it's okay for you to fall to your back and start playing guard, or literally standing up. Some of you watch Pixley on the ground down, you probably ankle picked everybody 1,000 times does this. Okay, so again, don't care what you do. If you like to wrestle up, wrestle up. If you like a guard you like to get to your guard. If you don't know what to get to, prevent the initial, go ahead, collar sleeve, right? And if you're brand new and you know nothing, we're gonna go here. We're gonna scoot towards him. We're gonna our feet on his hips, and then we're gonna fall to our back. So scoot. We're gonna stop here. Again, for brand new. If you're advanced and you have a guard you like to get to whatever it is, half guard, dilly heave, I don't care what it is, spider, close. But make sure we're doing it off this initial here. Don't get in the habit of, we start to roll, I fall, and then I'm looking to get my guard from here. If you're a lot better than the person, you can rely on this. But if you guys are about the same skill or he's bigger, you're gonna get smashed off all the time, okay? Especially if you're tired. When we're doing those drills and it's 5 minutes in, you're dog tired, and you elect to do this for the guy, he grabs your legs, throws them to the side, and you're like, fuck. And you're just sitting here getting passed for a minute, okay? Instead, don't break that habit. Here, he's coming at me, stop, again, here. Then I go and elect this position, okay? Does that make sense to everybody what we're doing next? Okay. We're stopping the initial him putting me on my back. I'm not letting him decide where we're going. I am. We should always be the one deciding where things are going. And then get to whatever your shit is. Whatever it is. Okay? Your favorite guard. If you're a wrestler, stand up. If you don't know anything, grab a collar in the sleeve and you have hips. Okay. You got it? Let's go. We're rolling. And he pushes me down my back. And his head, now he's on offense. And in my head, I'm on defense. Even if I'm good from here. Okay? So now what we're going to practice is do everything you can. Keep yourself from being put on your back. But it happens. You get put on your back. You maybe get lazy. You extend the leg. You grab your leg, push on your back. You always want to, again, maintain this ability to stand up. So even if you're good from this guard, I want you to tell him, fuck you. And then re-pull back to your guard. Now we're back in the same exact position, except in my head, I'm on offense and attacking. In his head, he's on defense. even though literally we're in the same place. Okay, there's a huge mental thing here. Now he might not be as aggressive because he's thinking he's having to defend my guard, even though it's actually the same thing. If he were to do this, but now I'm on defense because he put me there. So don't accept these positions from people. If they want to put you somewhere, deny them that immediately and go where you want to go. Lead the way. Okay. So now, have the person put your back. You're gonna stop him a little bit. Keep going. Head. You're gonna put him on my back. And then now, I want the person on top, 50%. Just try to keep you on your back. Practice some of the stuff from yesterday. Okay. You can drill some of the stuff from yesterday. And I want the person on bottom, however you can, just strip the grips, kick, and just get back to seated. Okay. And then immediately get to your favorite guard, whatever it is. Again, if you don't have one yet, you're brand new, just get the sleeve collar and free pulling here. The difference being I chose to be here. And it's gonna make him feel in his head like he's on defense. So now his attacks, they're not gonna be as sharp. They're not gonna be as immediate, okay? When someone pushes you down, they're not even thinking, they're just going side to side and boom, okay? Because in his head, he's thrashing you on offense versus here, okay? You're going, put you down. Now he's thinking, I have to defend. Okay, even though the exact same thing's happening. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. It doesn't matter which way he's circling. How you're standing here. If he's circling this way, I'm here. If he switches, I have to switch. Okay? It doesn't matter which way. That doesn't matter at all. It matters which way he's deciding to spin. Okay. What I don't want him to do is to get behind right there. Just behind my arm and knee. Okay. So we're going this way. When he switches on me, and I don't switch, it makes it really hard for me to spin back. Which wouldn't be the end of the world, because even if you got there, I would just stand up. Okay. You don't have to stay seated. We're playing guard. You can stand up and get down as much as you want, whenever you want, especially when we're doing the drills. If you're doing the drill, stand up to pull guard over and over again. Okay. There's nothing that says that you can't. If we're here, I can't just stand up, get my grips, and re-pull again. Okay. Does that make sense? Yeah. Anybody got any questions about that at all?
Can you technical stand up into the shot?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I just watching Pixley do this. When he first started training, he was like always in a low single position basically. Okay. If I'm here, okay, right away. And it's no matter where you are. Okay. So I try to put myself in a position where I feel like I can shoot a low single outside shot.
Would you create the frame and then shoot from the frame, or would you just go?
That's preference. Okay. I like to keep everything up here the same. I don't necessarily like to reach up here first because there's a lot of different quick counters that guys can do. Okay. You end up on Instagram, highlight reel. Okay. So I try to not remember. Now, so my hands, the first thing is way far away. I try to keep everything the same. Okay, so when you go to contact, now I can get whatever grips I want. Or, you said, just turn into a shot. Technical stand up. Okay. It's just your hips. Being able to switch your hips from here. This is considered standing. And here. I'm now standing. You're quickly trying to get there. You should feel like you can get there from anywhere at any time. Okay? So people were passing, something happened, scrambled, you swept, scrambled. If you don't feel like you can stand up, put yourself in a position where you feel like you can first. Okay? So if your guard feels weird, maybe you're here. From here, I can play half guard, lasso, anything, but I can also quickly stand up. Okay? That's an easy thing to remember, especially when you're really tired. He's smashing you off. Okay? If I feel like I can't stand up, your guard is going to be a lot less successful. So, make some space. Okay? Maybe I see some guard sweeping options. Or I can just get up. Especially from that position here, getting smashed off. I don't want to push too much with just my hand because that thing's going to be the first one. So I keep all this stuff same at all. See how my knees, hands are generally, I try to keep it all like in the same line at all times.
So even if you do, you go with like a frame,
Yeah.
keep it tight.
Yeah, no big little log, a little egg at all times.
Okay.
Give me the same stance I maintain here, as if I'm down in guard. See how I'm in the same exact stance as I was when I was sitting? It just looks like I'm playing guard now, but it's the same, it's the exact same shit happening right now. Okay. So, again. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
You're getting smashed off here?
Yes, sir.
Now, remember, if you put yourself here, if you wanted to come here, if you're sick in this spot, it's okay because you're leading here.
Yeah.
But if you did put yourself here, you want to tell this guy, nah, bro, I'm leading. And then maybe we put ourselves back. Right. Yes, sir. Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir.
George, two hands down, do you ever worry about land more attacks?
No, yeah, that's definitely a viable attack. But that's why I don't, again, everything's pretty close to each other. Your hands should be pretty close to your knees, your feet. Okay. Just look, is it all within the same line? Make sure nothing's too overextended so we can reach it. This is out here. See how separate that is from my body? Everything's around the same plane at all times. Okay, here. Too much. Too much. Press your knees. Too much. Okay, work on here. Too much. This isn't bad, but unless you have like a crazy strong core, this becomes difficult. And if you put any kind of pressure on my shoulders, I can't stand up from here. Okay, but I can if I do this. Okay, makes sense? What we're gonna do for this drill is, I want you guys' hands out here to go outside your knees and cup them with the inside of your elbow. Okay, so the front of your kneecaps are being hugged by the inside of your elbows. Okay, and your feet, I want you to maintain them anywhere on the inside, whether it's inside bicep, inside shoulder, inside hips, inside of the knees, hooks, anywhere on the inside of the body. Okay, as you're hugging these knees together. Okay, what you don't want is for him to be able to get your knees to the mat. When you get your knees to the mat, this passing becomes really effective. My knees can't ever touch the mat. You check the pass with it. Keep going. And I'm not doing anything except making sure my knees don't touch the mat, and then my feet are constantly fighting for inside position. It's all I'm thinking about in my head. Inside, 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 inside. Knees up, knees up, knees up. Okay? I'm not even thinking about attacking yet, which we will. So for now, let's say we messed up, we're down here. How can we make ourselves feel safe from this bottom position? Okay? So without a partner, this is what it looks like. Okay, we should be here. Okay? Hugging, hugging. I need my hands. I like to keep my hands right where the bottom of my pants are. To stop that pass that Heath showed yesterday. Okay, go ahead. They're up here, he grabs those. This, I don't care if he's a white belt, this is gonna be really, really hard to deal with for me. So, I keep him there. He grabs, and I can grab dominant grips here. Okay, but for the drill, we're not gonna do any of that. I just want the guy on top to put whatever kind of pressure he wants, and I want you to try to keep your feet to the inside, okay? And prevent your knees from touching the mat. Okay? The guy on top can do whatever he wants. He can come down to his knees if he wants. Whatever kind of passing you like to do. If he wants to do like heavy pressure passing. Okay? I'm just framing, trying to keep this stance. Okay? The same as in wrestling. If you have a good wrestling stance, right? We teach you that, have a good wrestling stance. For Jiu Jitsu, the guard Jiu Jitsu stance. If, again, this is only if you got put here and you don't have the ability to reset and set the pace. You're forced to retain your guard for a little bit. But we're not just going to retain forever. Okay? We're going to go and attack and do that for this part. Now, I want you guys to get comfortable just being here. Okay? Everybody got it? Know what we're doing? All right, let's go. Never be in the same plane here. Because it's easy for his brain to automatically just attach. Go ahead. Look up. It's quick for him to do that. Okay? If I do this, go ahead and attach. It's going to take him like half a second longer here to think about which hand wanted to go where, up or down. So if your feet are here, really easy for him to just do that without even having to think about it. Okay? Even a white belt that doesn't know any grappling, you'll just put your hands on that. Okay? So just grab your steering wheel. You think about where you put your hand. No, just grab it. So if your steering wheel was like ghetto and fucked up, we're doing all this shit. You're trying to grab your car. Now look how much time I'm giving myself before he attaches. And in all that 3, 4, 5 seconds I'm doing that, I could be setting up attack with my hand. Okay? So again, your feet shouldn't be ever in the same plane. And they shouldn't be, let go for a minute. They shouldn't be just up or down. You step aside, doing this, a mixture of inside to out, whatever. This is going to be depending on what guard you like to get to. It's going to depend on how you pummel your feet and what you do with your feet. What I don't want is to be static like this, just waiting. And this is a bad habit. I'm guilty of this. I'll do this and I'll wait. Because I know that I can chill here. And then I roll something good, they fuck me up, and I'm like, damn it, I shouldn't have done that. So instead, let's get here. So we're gonna do the same thing, except this person, no grips. I want them to try and attach to you, and you already start here. Already be here. Go ahead. Okay, and now what we're gonna do with the hand, they're not doing anything just yet. All they're doing is stripping the grips off our feet. Okay, and that's gonna be the drill. Let's keep going. He attaches. You shouldn't be able to ever to touch your feet. Okay. So now we're moving our feet constantly, up, down, side to side, circling, whatever. And now your hands are going to be grip fighting. Make sense? Okay. That's what we're doing.